Hello, everyone. I am so excited. Welcome, y'all. Look, let me see. I think we are on. I got to check. We are on. It looks like we are on day 28. Oh my goodness, of the Grow Your Hair Challenge. I want to say congratulations for those of you who have made it this far. We are in the home stretch and we still have a few more speaker sessions. I'm excited to introduce you to Dr. Sammy. And she is going to be giving an amazing session, okay, on unlocking your hair potential. Now, let me tell you a little bit about. Let me just give you. She gave us a brief bio. She got a bunch of letters, okay. Dr. Sammy, DMSc, MSPAS, PAC. No, I'm joking. But she is very well credentialed. She's a Christian women's health and wellness coach. She's the CEO and founder of Zai-Teo. Did I say that correct? Zai-Teo?
Zai-Teo.
Zai-Teo Wellness LLC. And her mission is to empower women to live happier, healthier, and prosperous lives by equipping them with the faith, knowledge, and confidence to reach their goals. And so we get to hear an amazing session by her. So I'm going to go ahead and just pass it on so that you can get started. Let me remove me and add.
Thank you so much, Chanel. Thank you. So, welcome everybody. My name is Dr. Samantha Dessources, but I go by Dr. Sammy. And as Chanel said, I am the CEO and founder of Zai-Teo Wellness, where we help empower women to live happier, healthier, and prosperous lives by building them with the faith, knowledge, and confidence to reach their health and wellness goals. So, a little bit about me. I am a certified health coach, in addition to being a board certified physician assistant. And I also have a doctorate of medical science degree, hence the doctor. And I am primarily a weight loss and hormonal balance expert. I help women primarily with hormonal imbalances reach their health goals, and that is anywhere between losing weight to resolving issues with hair loss. You name it, I've pretty much done it. I am a hair girly. I'm a healthy hair enthusiast. I've always been a hair girly since I was younger. I love doing my own hair, maintaining it, coloring it. I recently colored my hair, so that's why I don't look like the picture. But I just find so much peace in doing my own hair, and I've learned so much over the past couple of years, and I've learned different techniques to allow me to grow my hair and really have it flourish the way that it has recently. In addition to that, I am a toddler mom of two under three. I have a boy and a girl, and I'm just so grateful. I'm also a wife, but most importantly, I am a devoted Christian. So, yeah, that's pretty much about me. And when it comes to my own personal healthy hair journey, I've big chalked my hair a lot over the past couple of years. In the past, so over towards the left, that was me in 2019, where I just impulsively just chopped my hair off. I had relaxed hair before then. And since then, I've been on a natural hair journey. I've been able to grow out my hair from different styles. As you see in the second picture over here, I did have locks at one point. But as of recently, like of March of 2024, I have had loose natural hair. And I've been able to grow it by having a healthy lifestyle and eating the right nutrients, which is what I'm going to be talking about tonight. So, in addition to explaining how you can nourish your hair from the inside out, I'm also going to be sharing some evidence based dietary recommendations, as well as specific foods that have been shown to promote hair growth and just your overall well being. So, in addition to that, we'll also be talking a little bit about some natural hair growth stimulants, because for some of us, we are following a healthy diet, but we're not reaching our hair potential. So I'm also going to be talking about some stimulants that help reach those health goals of yours, and just some practical nutrition tips as well. I'll be touching on towards the end. So, when it comes to hair health, it's very important to understand that issues with our hair can often be a reflection of what's going on internally. And certain health issues that impact our hair growth can be anywhere from hormonal, such as thyroid disorders. My personal specialty is PCOS, or polycystic ovarian syndrome. A lot of women with PCOS, they develop thinning along the hairline, especially when it comes to just different dietary restrictions, things that they're not able to eat for some reason. That can also incorporate into like not reaching their hair goals. Um, in addition to that, there's menopause, postpartum shedding. As me, I'm a mother, so I've experienced some postpartum shedding, but these are just hormonal issues. In addition to deficiencies such as iron, protein, vitamins, and minerals. There's also autoimmune disorders such as alopecia areata, which causes patches of hair loss, as well as lupus. Lupus is another autoimmune disorder that causes hair loss. Um, there are chronic illnesses such as diabetes and heart disease, dermatological conditions such as psoriasis of the scalp specifically, seborrheic dermatitis or cradle cap. These all can impact our hair growth. In addition to that, there are mental health issues such as stress and depression and anxiety. These can also impact our overall hair growth. So when it comes to our overall nutrition, it very much impacts our overall health and our well-being. We know that poor nutrition leads to hair loss, dullness, and slow hair growth. So by focusing on different nutrient-rich foods and adequate water intake, we are able to enhance our hair growth, strength, and shine, which is what we're going to be talking about tonight. So, healthy hair and optimal hair growth essentially is a result of a balanced diet and consuming rich and essential nutrients. So, each nutrient it plays a specific role in maintaining hair health and promoting overall hair growth. And those nutrients are protein, iron, omega-3 fatty acids, specific vitamins such as vitamin A, C, and E, and biotin or vitamin B7. So, starting off with protein. Protein is the building block of hair. It is fundamental, being that hair is primarily made of keratin, and adequate protein intake is what's going to ensure the body for the necessary building blocks that is needed to produce strong and healthy hair. Now, studies have shown that protein deficiencies can lead to hair thinning, thus hair loss. And by ensuring the adequate protein intake, we can actually help maintain the hair structure as well as the growth cycle. So there are plenty of rich protein sources. Even if you are somebody that doesn't eat meats, for instance, there are plenty ways that you can get adequate protein intake, which I'm going to be talking about here. So for one of the best types of protein that we can get is through animal meat. Lean meat, specifically chicken and turkey. These are excellent sources of high quality protein. In addition to fish, so fatty fish such as salmon it has beneficial omega-3 fatty acids, which is going to also help with the overall structure of our hair. In addition to that, we have eggs. Eggs is like a powerhouse of protein, my personal favorite. And it also has, plenty of other nutrients such as biotin in it. So if you're looking for high quality protein sources, lean meats, fish, and eggs are always going to be my best recommendations. Now, if you're someone who is vegan or vegetarian and you're looking for alternative options, beans and legumes, in addition to spinach, are also high quality protein sources that you can consume. Specifically, lentils, chickpeas, and beans. These are excellent plant based proteins, and they're also rich in iron, which is another essential that we're going to talk about. In addition to that, there are nuts and seeds, specifically almonds, peanuts, and chia seeds. These offer protein in addition to healthy fats. So moving right along, iron. Iron is super important for the production of hair cell protein, being that iron is responsible for the production of hemoglobin, which is the protein in red blood cells that carries oxygen to the hair follicles. And without that iron, hair follicles, they don't get enough oxygen, and that leads to hair shedding as well as slower growth. So as women, we tend to be more at risk for iron deficiencies due to our menstrual cycles. So if you're someone whose iron has been on the lower side, it may mean that you need supplementation in the form of a pill or just consuming high quality iron through your diet. So, like I just said, iron deficiency is known to cause hair loss, particularly in women. And research has actually found that iron deficiencies, they can be significantly improved. They can significantly improve the hair growth and reduce hair shedding. So some rich iron sources, like we discussed, are spinach, which is a rich source of non-heme iron, and it also contains vitamin A and C that help with the iron absorption. In addition to spinach, there's lentils, which is packed with iron, and it also provides protein and fiber. And lean meats, beef and lamb, these are also high quality heme iron sources, and they're more easily absorbed into the body as well. Next, we have omega-3 fatty acids. So, omega-3 fatty acids are anti inflammatory fats that promote hair growth. They are specific to our bodies. Well, our bodies overall, they cannot produce omega-3. So, these are essential fats that are going to help in reducing inflammation that can affect our hair follicles. So, it also promotes scalp health, which is necessary for our hair growth. So, like I just said, omega 3s, they are anti inflammatory. And studies have shown that omega 3 supplementation can also improve our hair density, making it thicker, and also reduce our hair loss. Some high omega-3 sources that we can incorporate into our diet. Number one is salmon. Salmon is super rich in omega-3s. It also provides high quality protein. There's also flaxseed. Flaxseed is an excellent source of plant-based omega-3s. In addition to walnuts, it's filled with healthy fats, and it also contains biotin. So if you're someone that is you don't like these foods for whatever reason, you can always supplement with a fish oil supplement. I always recommend aiming for a 2-to-1 EPA to DHA ratio. EPA specifically has been found to have more anti-inflammatory properties. So when you're shopping for supplements, try to find one that has a 2-to-1 ratio of EPA to DHA. So next on the list, we have vitamins A, C, and E. These are important antioxidants that support our scalp health, and they also help produce collagen, which strengthens our hair shaft. So they also protect the scalp from oxidative stress, so harmful stressors from the sun. These vitamins will help and protect the scalp from any issues from that type of stress. And they also help produce sebum, which is that oily substance that comes from the scalp. As the sebum travels down the shaft, it actually forms a protective barrier. So ultimately, make sure that you're taking your vitamins. So, like I just said, antioxidants such as vitamin A, C, and E, they combat that oxidative stress, which can damage hair follicles and impede growth. And specifically, vitamin C, it helps with the production of collagen to help strengthen the hair shaft. Now, some food sources for these vitamins: carrots is known to be high in vitamin A, which helps produce sebum. Oranges is super packed with vitamin C, which is essential specifically for the synthesis of collagen, like I just mentioned. Spinach is high not only in iron, but it's also high in vitamins A and C. And nuts and seeds are high in vitamin E. So some sources of vitamin E outside of supplementation is almonds and sunflowers. Next is biotin or vitamin B7. Biotin is essential for hair growth and strength. It's also important for the production of keratin, which is that protein that makes up hair. And it is essential for maintaining our overall hair health and strength. Now, if you're somebody like me that loves to eat sources that are high in biotin, you don't necessarily have to supplement with a biotin supplement. You can, but getting that nutrition from your foods is what's going to make the biggest difference. And some of these sources are readily available, such as eggs, sweet potatoes. These are high in biotin. Sweet potatoes is actually also high in beta carotene, which converts to vitamin A. And almonds also, they provide a great source of vitamin E. So if you can consume these in your diets, you may not need that extra supplementation. So moving right along, I wanted to talk about the Mediterranean diet. So out of all the diets out there, I personally love the Mediterranean diet. One, because it is a rich source of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, being that it emphasizes whole grains, fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and olive oil. Studies have shown that adherence to the Mediterranean diet is also associated with reduced hair loss and improved hair density. Now, specifically with my clients, as I mentioned before, I work with clients that have been diagnosed or suspect that they may have PCOS. The Mediterranean diet is one of those diets that have been shown to help in the reversal of those symptoms. And just a brief comparison between the Western diet. So I am on the Western Hemisphere, and the diet that is typically emphasized is high in processed foods, low in fiber, and causes gut dysbiosis. So the bacteria in the gut is ultimately altered due to the amount of processed foods, sugary beverages, sweets, things of that nature. Whereas the Mediterranean diet, it focuses on high fiber, whole natural foods, which increases the variability in the gut. So, like I said, as you can see at the bottom of the pyramid, it's high in fruits, vegetables, whole grains. And this is one of the diets that have been studied to show to improve our overall hair health. So, just some foods that you can include into your diet when it comes to overall hair health are berries, which are high in antioxidants and vitamin C. Eggs are a great source of protein and biotin. Spinach, super high in protein, as well as iron, vitamins A and C. In addition to that, there's fatty fish, like we mentioned before, is an excellent source of omega-3 fatty acids. If you're a vegan or vegetarian, I always opt for supplementing with a good fish oil supplement. And then there are nuts and seeds, which provide protein and omega-3s, as well as biotin. Sweet potatoes, another favorite of mine, is high in beta carotene, which converts to vitamin A. In addition to that, there's Greek yogurt, which is high in protein and calcium, and olive oil, which is rich in healthy fats and antioxidants. So, some practical tips that we can incorporate into our eating journey, our health journey, is eating the rainbow. So by that, I mean eating a diet that consists high in fruits and vegetables. So a balanced diet that incorporates variety is going to help with making the bacteria in our gut as diverse as possible. Staying hydrated is also super important. So make sure that you're drinking plenty of water so that we don't, become dehydrated. That will also cause our hair to be super dry. So making sure that you're consuming a lot of water is going to be essential as well. In addition to that, this is kind of like a no-brainer, but you want to limit our processed foods and the sugary snacks as much as possible and avoid excess alcohol intake. These are all things that is going to help boost your not only your hair health, but your overall health in general. Next, you want to make sure that you're either consuming adequate vitamins or taking a multivitamin supplement, especially if you know that you have certain nutritional deficiencies. Supplementing with a good multivitamin is going to be key. In addition to that, you want to make sure that you're limiting stressors. As we mentioned before in the beginning, stress, anxiety, depression, these are all things that can impact our hair health. So, trying to limit your stressors and finding healthy ways to cope with life challenges is going to be essential. Now, there are certain evidence-based stimulants that have been shown to impact the growth of our hair. And the first one that I'm going to talk about is rosemary. So, if you are someone that's looking for a natural way to help improve your hair stimulant, let's say that you are already eating a healthy diet, you're just looking for something to help boost that. You want to look for products that have rosemary in them. Rosemary has been researched and it shows that it may also help promote hair growth by stimulating the hair follicles. It does so by increasing circulation to the scalp, and it also has anti inflammatory and antioxidant properties that is going to promote that healthy scalp. So, rosemary is a goodie. Next is peppermint oil. Peppermint oil has been shown to improve our hair growth by increasing the dermal thickness, as well as the follicle number and the follicle depth. And it also has cooling effects that help soothe and refresh the scalp. And it also helps improve the circulation of blood to the scalp, which is going to ultimately help deliver oxygen and promote that hair growth. So next on the list is saw palmetto. Saw palmetto, it's commonly used for male pattern alopecia, which is often a symptom of PCOS. And it does so by inhibiting a certain enzyme that converts testosterone to DHT. And that enzyme specifically is known as 5-alpha reductase. And that hormone, DHT, is what is associated with hair loss. So ultimately, saw palmetto, it helps inhibit that. So if you see this in your hair supplements, this is going to be very impactful, especially if you deal with that male pattern alopecia. Next on the list is coconut oil. Coconut oil is great because it contains lauric acid, which has been known to penetrate the hair shaft and reduce protein loss and also strengthen the hair. In addition to that, coconut oil, it has moisturizing properties that can help prevent breakage and improve the overall hair health. And lastly, we have aloe vera. Aloe vera is super great because it has proteolytic enzymes that repair dead skin cells on the scalp specifically, thus promoting healthy hair growth. And it's also known to have anti inflammatory properties that can help soothe the scalp from irritation and reduce dandruff. So, in conclusion, in order to nourish our bodies, it is important to have the right foods in our diet. This is going to be the key to promoting overall hair growth. So by following a diet that's rich in proteins, irons, omega-3s, and vitamins, incorporating these into your beauty regimen, it can ultimately help provide you with that healthy hair growth, and just overall health in general. So I really want you all to understand that nutrition is not just for our hair growth, but it's also important for our health in general. And I do believe, I think it was Steve Harvey that said this, but when you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you do good. So our hair ultimately is an extension of us. So when we fill our bodies with the proper nutrients, that will also be reflected in our hair. So I hope that this challenge alone has inspired you to truly take your hair seriously, so that way it can be a reflection of your internal health.
Thank you. This was so good. Oh my gosh. You said so many things. And look, oh, yes, go ahead. Say your last,
Oh
everybody,
no,
go
I'm
ahead.
done. I'm done. Thank you everyone who attended. I will take any question and answers. Any
Yeah.
questions? I'll answer any questions.
Yes, if you guys make sure you take a screenshot of her social media handles and visit her website, Dr. Sammy's website. This was phenomenal. Bianca said this was amazing. Hey, Joy, if y'all have questions, drop them in the chat. Okay, so I'm gonna pull us up really big. So this was good. You literally, what you gave was the foundation for our challenge. Like everything that we we believe in here at Her Beauty Regimen, we believe with even with us just launching our hair and scalp um, growth oil, which has a lot of the ingredients that all of them are scientifically proven. I'm an engineer by trade, so I looked up every single ingredient. We even have a recommended vitamin that we recommend. So you literally said everything that backed up just what God was showing me. And I don't have a doctorate, but I did I did do my research to help people just really understand, like, being beautiful is intentional. Like, beauty is intentional. And if I could put that on a banner, and I'm like listening to you, Dr. Sammy, and I'm like asking God, like, God, what this is, I just want to take you somewhere and just put you on a bullhorn and have you just say this over and over and over to everyone, because I do believe that everyone's create wants a quick fix to things, and we can create these supplements, and these supplements are great, but it's a piece of the bigger puzzle. And that is my prayer, that everyone that's in this challenge will understand, like, yeah, I can tell you to rub that spot to stimulate growth, but if you ain't eating good, you might see some growth, but the minute you start binging on all the junk you're eating, you're gonna keep going back through that circle. So
Yeah.
I'm eh, yeah, you just have said a whole lot. But we do have a question. Well, let me pause and see if you want to say anything to that, and then we have a question that I want to read to you so you can answer.
No, yeah, you did a great job summarizing that. It's so important for us to be intentional about our health in general, and
Mhm.
not just look at it as, I'm going to eat these things just to get, some long luscious hair. At the end of the day, like in one of the beginning slides, I pointed out that there's a lot of different health issues that hair thinning or the lack of hair growth is just a symptom of it,
Mhm.
and it's a lot deeper. So it is important that we take our overall nutrition seriously, and we try to be as diverse as possible in order to live a long, healthy life, and reduce any underlying inflammation. Because at the root of it, inflammation is tied to so many different diseases, and our hair is just a manifestation of that. So eating a diet that is high in those quality nutrients, protein, iron, vitamins, and minerals is going to be essential for our overall health and well-being.
Thank you. And I just put a question that we got. Joy asked, "How should we use the raw aloe vera plant in your hair? Should we just take the leaf and apply the gel to our scalps, leave in or rinse out?" She wanted to know your recommendation.
Yeah. So personally, I'm not going to recommend doing anything. I'm just pointing out what the research shows, but it does show that it helps with our scalp health ultimately. I know also that there are some videos on YouTube of people that can make like an aloe vera juice out of it and like let it sit on their hairs and then wash it out ultimately. But overall, aloe vera is just one of those things that has been shown to help not only nourish the scalp but also help with the hair shaft in addition to, you know, the other qualities of it.
I will add to that. Thank you. That was a great response. I will add to that. And I don't talk about the work I've done scientifically on hair. So in my first company, Myavana, we analyzed hair strands, and I got to see a lot of what was happening with the SEM microscope. And we were asking people about like what was going on with their hair. And so what you want to do, Joy, is you never want to just leave products sitting on your hair. So if I were you, I would like treat it like a conditioner. So allow the nutrients to penetrate and do what it do, and then rinse it out.
Yeah.
A lot of the curly girls were messing a lot of heads up back in the day because they was telling us to sleep in leave-in conditioner and go 2 or 3 days. That hair was having mildew and mold, and it was actually having the reverse effect on the hair, and it was product buildup. So anytime you have something that you're gonna reapply to help stimulate, you always want to make sure that you go back and you clarify the scalp and detox the scalp so that like you can reset it for those conditions. Else, what I saw was a lot of breakage, Dr. Sammy, was happening because I was looking at hair follicles and there would be a layer of gunk sitting on top of it.
Yeah.
And you couldn't see it because what you're doing is like, my hair is dry. Let me throw some more stuff on. So you get this temporary effect of like moisture when all you're doing is coating the hair shaft. And then it would be so hard that it would break. So that's
Yeah.
how you were getting break. You're like, oh, well, I'm doing conditioning. I'm doing everything. No, you're doing way too much. So I feel like Dr. Sammy, we didn't calm down with telling folks to put all this stuff in our hair and leave it in. But I wanted to say that. Did you have anything you wanted to say to that?
No, yeah, you made a really great point. I would also recommend, if possible, to get a scalp analysis as well.
Yeah.
That's going to be key in determining what it is that your hair needs, because you know what works for one person may not work for everybody else. And it's true that, you know, the more products that you add, you know, it's almost like it's creating a barrier and it's not allowing for the nutrients to penetrate. So what you said is a great point. I never recommend like just leaving anything in. If you're going to try anything, I highly recommend at least trying it on one part of your scalp and making sure that it's not, you don't have any like allergies to it for whatever reason. And then obviously washing it out once you're done.
That sounds good. And I just posted the link for my Ivana if you want to get that hair strand analysis done. The amazing team, my co-founder, an amazing team, they're still doing this 12 years later. We started that company in 2012. So really grateful for that. And yes, if your scalp needs nourishment, Bernicia, I'm gonna tell you the first thing you got to do is drink you some water. That is the fastest, quickest way. I don't know if you guys have ever gotten a facial and they'll tell you like dehydration, it shows up everywhere and not just in your pee. Like it's on your skin, it's on your it's on your skin, it's on your hair, it's everywhere. So yes, get some water. And Joy asked, do you have any recommendations on where you can get a reputable scalp analysis? Oh, I answered your question. All right, perfect. Look, Joy, I, I would go and look on our website. But yeah, you got to drink enough. You have to drink that water. Like that is key to optimal growth. I don't care how many hairstyles we put it in, how many
Yeah.
ways we dress it up. That water piece is going to be key.
Yeah. Super.
Anything else? They in the comments, but they're saying I'm not drinking enough water. I answered the question. You're working. Yes, work on water. Look, I'm about to make us do a water drinking challenge next.
We should.
We can get our water in. All right. Anything else you want to add or share or
No, I just really want to emphasize how important it is to eat the colors of the rainbow, y'all. I'm not talking about Skittles, but get your fruits, vegetables, and I would just challenge yourself. Honestly, if you're somebody that's like, I don't like Brussels sprouts, I don't like string beans, challenge yourself. As long as you don't have like any allergies to anything, challenge yourself for a couple of days to weeks, and you'll be so surprised how your taste buds naturally gravitate to these foods. So that's just a tip that I throw out to all my clients, and I hope it helps.
okay. Yay. Well, I think this was very informative. Thank you so much. And excuse me. Guys, make sure, let me pull her slide back up. Make sure that you reach out, that you follow Dr. Sammy. I know that she does private coaching as well. So if you want to learn more about anything that she mentioned, please, 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 please. She is credentialed for real, for real. So you want to make sure that you connect with her on that. So all right, guys, we'll be back. We're off tomorrow, but we will have our final session, y'all, on Thursday at 8 o'clock. So our final expert session. So make sure you tune in. I'm really excited. I'm honored to have you guys take this 30-day journey with us. And I will see you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.